Alright, good morning, this is Dan here. It is 3:56 on the 3rd of February 2026. I'm about to embark on a pretty rad journey with two good mates, Tom and Toby, and we are all heading down to the Red Bull Hardline Tasmania event for 2026, and let's go. Odd numbers, odd numbers, odd people.
Yeah. Crazy people.
I like you, but you're crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy, man.
So I'm 5'5", you're 5'7".
No, I reckon about 6'2", mate. You're underselling it.
You're big 5'5".
Yes, yeah.
I actually am 5'5".
Wee. That's rad. Spirit of food.
Everything. Smorgasbord.
And here we are, arriving in Tasmania. Go and do it. Ready? Go, and I'll zoom out. Why, so quick. He's done a hammy. Right, we've made it onto the other mainland. Fire up, lads. Tom, trash-free trails. Yo, 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 mic'd up, ready to go.
Here we are, Trash-Free Trails Australia. Our first little foray into Tasmania. So we're heading down to Red Bull Hardline at Medina, and we're just got young Toby behind me. We're just going to do a little road rip down some hill here, just to blow out some cobwebs. Pretty spectacular, a bit chilly and a bit windy. And my God, Tasmania is a beautiful place.
We are about to do a sick hill bomb. We're getting kitted up. It's gonna be good. Sick run.
Right, and we have arrived at Hardline. Boys are just setting the car down there, and we're going to set up the Trash-Free Trails tent. Took us about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours to get into town from Devonport after our long ferry ride, but how good is this place? Look at those mountains in the background. Shoo-wee. Right, it's time to go set up our tent. Yo. Trash-Free Trails on arrival. We made it. How's the trip?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Long
Stoked
one.
to be here. Yeah, finally out of that back seat.
I know, right? Yeah. My hamstrings are cooked. I just sat down.
Yeah, big stretch session coming.
Yep,
later
foam
today.
roller, you name it. There he is, the big man. Chief. Oh, part of the TFT audit before the event starts.
You just throw some binnages on.
Sweet, we've got bins. We are ready to go. We've got our wristbands, our media wristbands. So now we're just waiting for Tom. Get on the shuttles. Shut up. We're going to get on the shuttles and go up and go get some action shots from the sideline. Cannot wait. Ready, Tom? Anything you want to say? How do you feel?
I'm very excited to be Red Bull Hardline Tasmania, and we're pretty pumped. And I think Red Bull are very excited to have us here as well. Fans of action, adventure, and fun. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's grand. Pretty nervous, I think, like first actual timed run of the year. Yeah, you're definitely kind of nervous because this track, it's pretty easy to go a bit too fast or overcook it, as I felt last year. So yeah, I just wanted to get down and put like solid enough run, and yeah, can't complain. I think tomorrow's the real race, so I think we'll be throwing it down then, but it's just nice to get those first run jitters out of the way, I think. Yeah, ticked off like I suppose the bottom half of the track, the like motorway down, and then the big features at the bottom, ticked them all off. It was pretty sick. And then yeah, just had a bit of trouble for me with the bike, but we're just waiting for parts to come, so we're just taking the rest of the evening off. But yeah, it's only kind of a press day, so it's more just missing out on the Insta clips, but it's still, yeah, track's running pretty insane. So
And good to be back after last year.
Yeah, pretty nice to be back here. Yeah, last year didn't end the best, but it's so nice to be. Yeah, it's a pretty sick venue, and yeah, like the track, so pretty nice.
Coming to make your mark this year.
Yeah, a bit of redemption, so it'll be nice. Hopefully come way back with the win again. But yeah, we'll see how she goes.
And how are you finding Tasmania?
Yeah, it's sick. Yeah, I like Tassie. It's great, good crack. It's quite similar. I think people are quite similar to home in Ireland, so it's obviously a lot warmer, and everything else is different. But yeah, people are pretty similar, so it's pretty nice.
Cool.
Cheers.
Yeah, we're setting up the Australian part of it.
Yeah.
So, so
class.
if I can ask you a question about like just what that means to you, just as a quick grab from our
perfect.
Instagram.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, Ronan, mate, thanks for your time. What does trash-free trails mean to you?
Yeah, I think it means to most mountain bikers that trash-free trails is pretty important, because yeah, nobody likes shit all over the ground, and then as myself, living in the country or living on a farm in Ireland, you kind of want to take care of your own land, and then also take care of, like, I suppose, the rest of the land around us. So yeah, pretty important to keep it clean. I suppose it's nice for yourself and the wildlife, I suppose. So yeah,
Great,
cheers.
thank you very much.
Nah, no worries. Perfect. I'll see you boys. I'll probably see you there. I'll be back up at the pit soon anyway, so
Cool, man.
see you boys up there anyway.
Appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
Red Bull shuttle up at 2.
And how do you get a job as a shuttle driver on Red Bull Hardline?
Well, how did I get the job? I met one of the Medina mechanics in Derby where I was working at the time. Red Bull bus up at 3, and got chatting to him, and I thought about applying for the job online, and he said apply for it and I'll put your name forward, and here we are.
And what's the best part about driving a bus at Hardline?
There's a cliche version of just getting to meet all the riders, which is awesome. It's amazing. Just being a part of the whole scenario of keeping things moving for race day, all the things behind the scenes not many people see, but are crucial to making this all work, and it's just an added bonus getting to talk to the athletes.
Eli, we also work with trash-free trails, which is all about keeping our trails clean. How do you feel about trash on the trails when you see it?
Depending on how big the trash is, it definitely sucks to run into it. So keeping them nice and clean for everyone doesn't just make it a great ride for you, keeps it clean for everyone else, so they can have just as much fun as what you've had.
That's great. Thanks, mate.
No worries.
So I'm really sure of that, but... Yeah, right.
I'm here with 2 of the course builders. Their riders have just come through and hit this feature and given a bit of feedback, and the crew's up here making some changes. So what kind of feedback do the riders give you guys?
They were just saying that the takeoff of the lip is a bit flat, so you know their front wheel's leaving while their back wheel's still on it.
Pitching them forward a little bit, so shaving off a little bit of the knuckle, hopefully stop a bit of that pitching.
Yeah, and is that pretty regular each year? They kind of give you feedback on what things might need to change?
Yeah, I'd say so. We sort of just not really follow the riders around, but just after they ride something, they'll give a bit of feedback on what needs to be changed and whatnot, and then we'll
Usually like a group consensus, and then whatever the outcome is, then we go up and tweak things to suit.
And is this event pretty cool being trail builders like yourself, or is it quite stressful and agonising?
I'd say it's pretty sick. It's one of the cooler things you can do, you know? Yeah, I'll froth it.
Both, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks, guys.
Dan, thanks for joining us, mate. What does Trash Free Trails mean to you?
You know, coming from the UK with Dom and the Trash Free Trails guys there, it means a lot, you know. They've worked a lot with us at Dovey and on local events, and just to see the kids get that buy-in is amazing.
Awesome, man.
See it coming to Australia, that's pretty cool.
I'm here with the guys from Fly Cinema. Do you want to run us through a bit of what you guys do at this event?
We're the drone service provider for Red Bull at Hardline. We're here for the whole week, so we cover 5 days of media, and then we do the 2 live stream, 1 practice and then the real deal.
Yeah, awesome. And do you want to run me through a bit of your gear and what that kind of looks like?
So we've got more than 10 drones here with us this week. We've got Inspire 3s, and we've got a variety of different FPV drones. We've got naked GoPros, which is essentially a GoPro decased to make it lighter. And then we've got various full-size GoPros, along with all your ND filters and all that stuff, to follow the riders through some of the most insane jumps here and hopefully get some awesome shots.
Yeah, awesome.
Fly Cinema is back in 2026 for our 3rd year of Red Bull Hardline. We're here in Tasmania, hiking through the forest and filming the world's best downhill riders. Keep an eye out for some awesome shots this week.
Really pleased to be joined by Lou Ferguson, who is the first finisher and winner of Red Bull Hardline in Wales. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's true. So Gracie was the first winner in Hardline Tasmania, and then I was the first one to do Wales. So yeah, you got both of us here this week.
Congratulations on that. Now, we're pleased to say that Red Bull Hardline in Wales is a Trash Free Trails approved event, and Red Bull Hardline now in Tasmania is a Trash Free Trails approved event. How do you feel about that?
Really good. It's nice to see events quite often create so much rubbish, and it's actually really hard to prioritize reusable items and really put focus on that. So yeah, I'm really impressed, and just seeing the water bottles, even the metal ones, it makes me feel a lot better about the whole week. And flying to come here is obviously it has a bit of an impact, but when everyone's making an effort, it makes me feel a lot better.
And how do you feel about trash that you may see out when you're out riding on the trails, either training or just hanging out with your mates?
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one because I love riding because we're out in nature and try and keep things as natural as possible. When I think of mountain biking, I think of wooden features and rocks and things being quite technical and bringing you're going out into the wilderness, and then to see rubbish and litter, it's like does take away from the whole experience. And so yeah, I always try and make a point of picking up litter. And also I'm really lucky that a lot of the places I ride, it's not it's not that common. So yeah, I feel like we're all like-minded, and it's just like bringing people's attention to it that like we don't want litter on the trail, and we want to use things that are more sustainable.
Something else we think about when we talk about trash is also mental well-being, trash in your head. How does mountain biking help you with the trash that may be in your head?
Yeah, it's good because when I'm riding my bike, I can't really think about anything else. So it takes my full focus, and quite often, like Hardline, the harder things are, the more focus you need. It's almost like therapy. And if you're not scaring yourself on a bike, but just being out in nature itself also feels super wholesome. I don't know if there's science behind it, but yeah, whenever you can just go and like listen to like nature and birds and just be out there, you can just clear your thoughts. Like you go for a pedal and suddenly you feel so much better. Disconnecting from your phone as well also makes a big difference. I think everyone, whether it's mountain biking or not, but yeah, just getting outside, being in like nature is great for everyone. So
Brilliant. Well, thanks, Lou, and good luck getting the double Hardline Tasmania and Wales.
I think this week for me, like success looks like us having a female podium. Gracie, Michaela, me, Jess, and like my teammate Millie who was here. Yeah, just having us all being around for the week and like managing to get through everything is what I see as a win at the moment. So as much as it is a competition, we're still building up the women's field, and yeah, showing that like this is a place that we're meant to be. And yeah, so I'm just keen for us all to get down the hill and yeah, celebrate each other's wins.
Brilliant. Thanks so much for being such a legend and such an ambassador for the sport and for women in the sport.
Thank you. Thanks for the interview. It's been so good chatting. So.
Thanks. Finishing the track walk at Red Bull Hardline Tasmania, and this was probably all the trash we found. 2 bottles and a bit of a zip tie action. Anyway, it's really good. These trails are pretty trash free. Nice one.
It's Toby here with Carter, another rookie from the Raw Racing team. He's just come down from the first day of practice. How was it out there?
Yeah, no, that was one of the best days of my life, to be honest. Such a sick track. Yeah, down the bottom, never ridden my bike at speeds like that. Like going 80k into a lit is like something else, but got through most of it. One more jump to tick off when the wind dies down, but was just stoked to make it through the day, and yeah, it was unreal.
And how did you feel when you got the call up? Obviously it's a pretty big thing. It's probably one of the bigger events to do in your career.
Yeah, no, I was speechless, honestly. I've watched Red Bull Hardline since I was like a kid. And yeah, so I couldn't really say no. I was obviously knew the risks were pretty high, and there's plenty of other races in the season, but I just couldn't say no, and definitely glad I came after today. It was such a sick experience so far.
Yeah, and with a bit of a World Cup season under your belt last year, how has that kind of helped you prepare for an event like this?
Yeah, like just generally, Hardline's known for the big jumps, but there's obviously a fair bit of trail in between that. So yeah, that sort of stuff, and then it's pretty hard to prepare for the size of the jumps here, but we just, go into it like any other jump and yeah, try and judge the speed and see how it goes. So
yeah, awesome. Well, thank you for the chat and good luck for the rest of the week.
Thank you. Cheers.
So easy.
Godspeed, my man. Yee-hoo! Here we go. Make that sound.
With Dan Booker, local legend. Being the local favourite, how does it feel every year to come into an event like this with all the fans and locals cheering your name?
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, super cool to have an event this big so close to home. Like, I'm sleeping in my own bed here, which is so sweet. And then, yeah, all the Tassie fans as well. Like, I feel like every time we have a big event here, the crowd is so sick. So, yeah, looking forward to it again.
And after a pretty successful year last year on the Enduro World Circuit, how's that motivated you for an event like this? Are you going to be pushing for the win this week, or just out there to have fun?
Always to have fun. Yeah, definitely gave me a bit of confidence having some good results last year. And then, but yeah, just mainly to have fun. I've had not heaps of luck the last couple of years here, so yeah, looking for a smooth weekend, and then yeah, if I get excited, have a good crack at it.
Awesome. Well, hopefully you can turn that luck around.
Awesome.
Now, switching focus to the trash-free trails side of us. Yeah, so we're obviously big on keeping the trash clean from the tracks. What's trash-free trails and supporting the local environment kind of mean to you as a rider?
Yeah, it's massive. We're super lucky to get to spend so much time in places like this. So yeah, definitely like respect being responsible in a place like this and look after the place. And yeah, if you see something lying around, then pick it up. So yeah, it's always like, if it's not you, then who's going to pick it up? So that's always a good one.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. Well, thanks for the chat and
No worries.
good luck this week.
Awesome, cheers.
Here we are at the creek gap. There it is. And then here we have trash free trail sign at the bins up the top. There's the man with the sledgehammer. Boom.
And a harvest.
And a harvest, look at that. As we're walking up to put the flag up, collect the trash on the way. A lot of plastic. I reckon that's a cup from last year's event. Bit of race tape. Oh, going in the bin.
Toby here. I'm here with Jess Blewett. How are you feeling out on the track?
I mean, yeah, this place is pretty insane. It's taken a bit to get comfy, but it's a pretty sick track and everything seems to work really well. So as soon as you piece it all together, it feels pretty good.
One of 5 girls here. I've seen you guys all week doing party trains together. How is it having those other girls here to bounce off and get through the features together?
Oh, it's so good. Like, the girls are so supportive and like just want to see each other do so well, and we're all kind of like sticking together. And I guess Lou and Gracie have been here before, so they're kind of like, I don't know what the word is. Yeah, they're like looking after us and making sure that we feel okay and hanging behind a bit to tow us into some stuff and make sure we're comfy. But yeah, it's lovely. It's like, it's great when the girls are all together and doing things together. So
if you look back on yourself as a young rider starting mountain biking, what would you tell yourself that you're here at Hardline?
I actually don't know, probably that you're insane. I mean, yeah, nothing's impossible, I think, is the best one. It's like, if you want to do it, there's nothing stopping you.
What advice do you have for that young girl who's going to be watching the race on Sunday that really wants to make mountain biking their thing?
I think same thing again, like, yeah, just keep pushing, keep trying. If you fail, try again. And yeah, never give up. If it's something you want to do, keep like pursuing it, and maybe one day you'll be here. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, good luck for the rest of the week, and thanks for your time.
No worries, thank you.
Here we are up at the container drop, where there's going to be a bar, and we have a timely reminder. Trash free trails. Back down we go, eh? Lunchtime?
It's Toby here with Trash Free Trails. I'm here with Will Hines, second year at Hardline. How are you feeling out there?
Yeah, good. This morning was a bit of a baptism of fire, straight into it, into the faster, bigger features, but it's probably the best morning I have and may ever have on a bike, so yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that's sick. Adrenaline's pumping out there. It's pretty good.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, and the new features are going good. There's some new bits on the track compared to last year.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Like, I think it makes it a bit more like a downhill race rather than just a handful of like consecutive big features. So I think for those boys chasing those top spots, it'll like kind of separate the times out a bit. And no, it's good. I was frothing it.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, we're obviously here with Trash Free Trails, which is like a non-for-profit organisation focused on taking the trash out of the trails and creating a clean environment for us to ride in.
For sure.
What's that Trash Free Trails kind of mean for you as a rider and a racer?
I think it's huge. Like, I've definitely been one to always like make my own riding spots in the past, and like it's such a shame when you leave for a while and you see like a handful of kids have come in with Macca's cups or like Slurpees and left it around. Like, we as a group always used to have to like clean it up, and it was pretty upsetting. So I think it's an awesome movement and definitely a good look for the scene.
Yeah, awesome. And as a bit of a role model for the younger kids, what advice do you have for the Groms coming up as a rider and then also as a environmental kind of ambassador?
I think it's pretty simple. If you can bring it in with you, you can take it home. Like, if it's an empty cup, that can go in your pocket. It's just better for everyone all around and for the scene of the sport. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for that, Will, and good luck with the rest of the week.
No worries. Cheers, mate.
All right, thanks.
Been pretty windy on course today for day 3. Got some cool clips this morning. So it's all going pretty well.
Toby here with Jackson Goldstone. Here at the bottom of the track, day 2 of practice has just finished up. How did today go for you?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Track was running really good. We got a little bit of rain overnight, and so the conditions were pretty primo. A little bit slick on the roots and rocks up top, but yeah, for the most part, the dirt's so sandy, and once it gets a bit of rain, it gets really grippy. So yeah, was some of the berms and stuff were running super good and pretty fast as well. But yeah, the wind was a little bit of a iffy one today, so we weren't able to session the bottom features like we were yesterday. So it was good to tick those off yesterday and get it over with, because we knew this wind was coming. So yeah, pretty much just got to ride the more technical stuff on the track and the jumps that are in the trees up top, because the bottom stuff was too windy. So yeah, it was good. Only got a few runs. We're kind of calling it a bit early here just to try and save some energy for the rest of the week and have a bit of a recovery afternoon. So yeah, only 4 or 5 laps today, and then we'll try and get a bigger day tomorrow and yeah, get a few laps in for before quali on Saturday.
Saw you out there on practice this morning. You're already looking very comfortable on this track. Obviously, you've had a mixed range of success and shortcomings on this track.
Yeah.
How is last year's success got you motivated for this year?
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Last year's success is a big motivator for this year, going into that and knowing that, defending champion definitely kind of gives the little bit of boost on the track for sure, knowing that you've done this before. So yeah, definitely looking forward to racing this track again on Sunday, and yeah, should be cool.
So obviously we're with Trash Free Trails. What does Trash Free Trails mean to you as a rider?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge, right? Like our jobs are to be out in the wilderness and out in nature. So to protect that as long as we can and to keep things clean is a huge part for the environment and stuff. So yeah, definitely a huge supporter of Trash Free Trails. Every time I see stuff lying around and stuff, I'll try and make sure to pack it out, and I hope everyone else does the same. So yeah, it's definitely a huge thing for the community, and hope everyone listens.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time, man. Good luck this weekend.
Cheers.
Oh.
Billy, yoo-hoo.
Hey guys, Dan here from Unreal, and I have the one and only Aaron Gwynn here at Red Bull Hardline Tasmania. Now Aaron, they say that an old dog can't learn new tricks, but what are you learning from these young guys with this course today?
Oh man, the ability to send, I think, is something you still got to practice at this event.
And taking into consideration the speed, is that something that's been something to get used to at this type of track?
Yeah, for sure. I'd say like the whole track is all good, but the stuff at the bottom, I've definitely never hit jumps going that fast as some of the ones. So yesterday when we were hitting like the creek gap for the first time, that was a new experience.
And how does this compare to some of the hardest World Cup downhill races you've done?
I would say it's right up there with the hardest stuff. It's just different here. It's like you got a lot of really big features, and the biggest stuff is at the bottom. It's a really physical track. If you really start pushing, it feels like everywhere, especially outside of the first couple little sections at the top, like you're going really fast, so you gotta be pretty locked in. And then when you're, you know, kind of at the absolute limit, then you gotta hit all the biggest jumps you've ever hit at the bottom. So I'd say it's hard, dude. It's a tough track for sure, but it's the funnest track I've probably ever ridden as far as just like a fun track to ride down. It's scary, but once you kind of get the jumps down, we don't get to ride stuff like this too often, and it's definitely cool.
Well, I'll definitely never hit it, but with regards to the rookies that are coming through, any advice you can give them as they break into the scene, especially an event like this?
What rookies are we talking about? Like acing those boys? Because I feel like they're the ones that need to give me advice right now. I don't know, man. I think the kids are in good hands. They're doing quite okay right now. So sure I'm excited to kind of watch the future of our sport grow. The level is definitely high.
For sure, man. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Okay, it's Tom from Trash Free Trails Australia here at Red Bull Hardline in Tasmania. Been here for a few days on this beautiful mountain in Medina. We've been fortunate enough to get a lot of riding in, a lot of walking up and down the trail. Been doing our own little trash audit, clearing a bit of trash. We managed to talk to some of the athletes, some of the van drivers, the staff here at the park, marshals, etc. All about their attitude about trash. And the reality is this is a beautiful place and people want to keep it trash free. And so that's the message we're going to be spreading over the next couple of days, race day, when the crowds come in through these gates to watch some of the best riders in the world throw it down the mountain here in Medina. Thanks, guys. And I'm really chuffed to be joined by someone I listen to a lot. I feel like I know him very well because I hear his voice very often. This is Chris Hall from the Downtime podcast, based in the UK, and I'd love to talk to Chris about the fact that he's seen Trash Free Trails in the UK and now he's seeing it in Australia. So welcome to Australia, Chris.
Thanks, mate.
And how do you feel about seeing the Trash Free Trails tent here at Hardline, Red Bull Hardline, Tasmania?
It's great. I mean, we've seen it, for a good 5 years, maybe more even now in the UK. And what they're doing is amazing, like educating people on the need to keep our trails clean and to look after the spaces that we ride in. So why would you not want to grow that? So bringing it here and putting it in an event where you're going to get this much footfall and people will learn about that and hopefully encourage people to be a bit more kind to the spaces we ride in. Like, there's no downside, eh?
Yeah. And this is your first trip to Tasmania, is it?
It is, yeah, first time here. It's incredible. Like this forest here on the hill is so old and so beautiful. Some of the plants in it are like over 500 years old, and you know the same species were around when the dinosaurs were on the planet, which it has got a Jurassic Park vibe to it. But it's amazing to be able to ride in a place like this and to you know not take that for granted and look after it while we're here is important, I think.
Have you seen any wildlife here that you know has surprised you or interested you?
So far, so good on the snakes front. Like there was one on the track walk, but it had gone by the time I got there. So I've not seen anything yet. I'm not. I'm inquisitive. I'd quite like to see a snake, but I also really don't want to see a snake. So yeah, nothing yet. But just the plant life and the trees and the ferns and stuff on the hill is pretty mind blowing. It's nice to stop midway on a trail and just take it all in, because you ride past these things at speed, you don't really see where you're riding. And this place is too special to do that. So yeah, it's been nice to stop and just take it all in a bit.
That's great. All right, well, thanks so much for your time, Chris, and who's your pick to win this weekend?
Oh, that is a good question. There's a lot of people up on track looking fast. Jackson has been insane from first practice. Like, everyone else is straight airing everything, and he's whipping off all the jumps and making it look very easy. But then there's other people here that are really good on this sort of terrain. Like Luca's up to speed, Troy's up to speed. I think he's hungry after a third place here last year. And then Luke Myersmith, like, incredible. His house is literally at the back of the bike park here. Knows the place. Hasn't ridden the track before, but knows the terrain. So, yeah, I'd love to see Luke take it. I think like it'd be a bit of an outside bet maybe, but we'll see. Yeah, watch this space.
Thanks so much for your time, Chris Hall from the Downtime Podcast. Listen to it, subscribe, and be a Patreon guy if you can, like me, because that's what keeps Chris going. And I think it's some of the best content around mountain biking that you'll ever listen to and see. So thanks for that. I really appreciate it.
Nice one. Thank you, Dee.
All right, here we are. Day, I don't know what date it is anymore for us, but it's day one of the actual Hardline event. Practice is on today. Expo's all set up. Getting able to put a trash-free trails sign up near the bins and then crack on with the day.
Everybody's aware that this is a trash-free trails approved event, and here to tell me what trash-free trails is the glorious Tom. Tom, what is it, mate?
Trash-free trails is all about making sure that we keep our beautiful trails free of trash. And that's trash that's both environmental, like the shit you see on the ground, but it's also your mental health, and it's also the kind of community trash as well, and the etiquette, and making sure that the mountain bike community and the trail running community is well engaged with other parts of the community as well. Because there can be a little bit of friction sometimes, especially when it comes to trail building.
Amazing. And how long has this been running for?
In the UK, it started in 2017. A guy called Dom Ferris, who was at Surfers Against Sewage, he realised that there was the biggest problem on the trails as there was in the oceans. And so he started trash-free trails literally as a kind of equivalent of Surfers Against Sewage. And that's grown. And then in Australia, Dan here and I have been doing that for about just under a year now. And we're really setting up the Australian arm of trash-free trails. And we've had a great reception so far.
Amazing. And tell us, what are you doing here at the event? What's been your interaction with Red Bull Hardline?
Well, for an event to be a trash-free trails approved event, they have to meet a certain set of criteria that are set by Trash-Free Trails. This is kind of self-management checklist, and they go through that, and that's things like the use of plastic, the use of reusable, making sure that we're not using single-use plastic bottles and things like that. So you'll see a lot of the water bottles are made of glass. There should be water stations everywhere. Bins are appropriately placed everywhere, and we're just trying to make sure that we're not we're leaving the mountain in a better place than we found it. And that's a set of checklists, and any event can sign up for that kind of thing. Red Bull Hardline, both in Tasmania and in Wales, trash-free trails approved events where we actually have a team on the ground making sure that's really easy to as well. So it ticks a lot of boxes, and it's great to see a brand like Red Bull really embracing that as part of their commitment to the event and to the communities in which they run those events.
Amazing. We love this place here at Medina. I'm sure you'll agree, if you've not been here before, it is an absolutely magical hill, and it's companies like Trash Free Trails that help keep it that way. Massive thanks for coming down, Tom, and we'll see you throughout the weekend.
Sorry, man.
For Ollie Clark to pull that back, up and over the log. Looks about inch perfect there. Big whip over the finish for Ollie Clark. Here he comes. Second place for him. Just over a second in the race.
Looks like it feels so good this time. I would have, okay, well, damn.
That's your loss. That's on you. Last jump for Chaos, whips it out.
Amazing.
Crosses the line, goes into fifth place.
Your thoughts?
No, so it's actually not too bad.
Jumps to go now, they should suit him down to the ground.
Yeah, get some pedals in there.
Looks like a big Edmund going flat to that turn there. He's been standing that hot seat all afternoon long. Oh! Excuse me. Sitting there in fifth place at the moment. So
2.7K long, 600 meter vertical drop.
Sock maybe coming down at this last jump now. Tuck in still, it's going to be a big pull for Luke Vargas. Yeah. That's a no brakes turn, isn't it, Jess?
Yeah, no brakes.
And now she needs to be clean. Absolutely perfect off this sharp end, she is. and decides to go around that last jump.
Tucking with their elbows out, it's actually better to tuck with your elbows down.
Last jump then for Gilchrist, safely over it. It's a great off as well then. Last shark fin is Aaron Gwynn about to go fastest here. Red Bull Hardline, Medina, here he comes. Last jump then for Luke Mars-Smith. What might have been?
Alright, so we're back out on course. I'm here at the on-off, which is insane. And there is, what, 4 riders up top to go?
There'll be a fully fledged elite athlete come 2026.
I'm sure it's seen some action.
Go.
It's Toby here with Ryan Gilchrist, Hardline, Tasmania rookie. He's just come down from seeding in roughly around top
I think it's
15.
11. Let's call it 11.
11?
Top 15. I think we're not sure yet.
Yeah, pretty impressive performance. How was that?
It was gnarly. Track's rowdy. The bits that look super impressive on TV are funnily enough the easiest parts, and there's a lot of really gnarly linking sections that are blowing to pieces. Hopefully we can find a bit more pace for race day, but yeah, the boys are throwing down, the girls are throwing down. Super impressive day from all involved.
Good luck for tomorrow, mate. Rest
Thank
up.
you very much.
Keep
Keep
going
safe.
hard.
Yeah, I will. I'll be paying it a big visit. Sick. Thank you.
See you, mate.
Cheers, Gibson.
So you were just saying, so trash-free trails, right? It's about that mindset, that conscious piece about keeping our trails clean, keeping our minds clean, and looking after ourselves. So,
well, yeah, I first came aware of you guys in the UK, and it kind of blew me away at some of the trail spots, which were solely for mountain biking, that there was so much like litter around. And you know, Charlie Murray actually, he's a big advocate for trash-free trails, like organically. So we all kind of like just pick up rubbish randomly. Even during the races that we do, if someone drops like a gel or something, you just pick it up. But yeah, it's like you don't want to ride on trash. And that goes for trails. You know, you don't want to ride trash trails with trash as well. So,
Yeah, absolutely. And so what about throwing the goggles? I mean, are we allowed to do that?
No, because it's a circular economy, you know, it just goes back in.
finals day predictions. Who's got it, Tom?
Oh, look, based on the form yesterday, Asa's looking pretty good, but I think Troy Brosnan going to put it out there. I think he's looking quite strong.
Toby, who's your prediction?
I want to go for one of the old dogs. I reckon Aaron Gwynn. He's looking feisty out there. I think he might be able to put something special down.
Nick?
I reckon Asa put 2 seconds into second place in seeding, so there's some sneaky lines in there that he's not telling anyone for sure. I reckon Asa on the dub. Hungry out for last year.
My picks, I reckon Ace is probably up there for sure, but I'm not going to discount Luke Myers-Smith, and hoping that G-Wing gets on the podium at least.
The 2 Frameworks riders on the podium.
I just want to see the old dog come through and nail it.
So the Fox Red, she picks trash out.
Zoom on the sign.
There we go, got it. Finals day. How you doing?
Good, thanks,
How
Dan.
you feeling? How's the body?
Oh, mine's fine. It's all you young blokes can't put up with the stresses and strains of 5 days out on the mountain. I'm an adventure racer. I'm used to it. I'd race for 5 days straight. Yeah, so what we wanted to do with our stand space for event, Chashie Trails, because we spend a lot of time either out filming or out on the trails helping clean up and sort of auditing what's going on. We thought we needed to create a space that was kind of autonomous and could manage itself without anyone having to be in here. So I'll give you a quick tour of what we've got. It's just a bunch of information kind of stuff. We've got promos for one of our surveys, so protect our playground, help to keep Australia's trails trash free. Bit of information about Trash Free Trails Approved. Obviously this is a Trash Free Trails Approved event. Just a little bit of information about that, and that means event organisers who can come in here and they can see where to go and get information about running a Trash Free Trails Approved event. And the bottom down there is probably one of my photos. You see this a lot around here, which is protect what you love. That's really our kind of proposition, is protect your trails and the wild places they take you. We really feel that that's becoming a really strong message to people. Next one of my personal favourites is what we did last year was Trash for the Tash, where we did a little Movember activity where we had you, Dan, behind the camera riding 60 kilometres on some trails in Old Man's Valley in Hornsby. 60 kilometres to represent or illustrate that the 60 lives that are taken every 60 minutes, 60 men take their lives every 60 minutes around the world through suicide. So 60 Ks is a really powerful kind of number. And Dan, you raised just under $2,000 2025 for that. And so for 2026, we're really trying to push that into something bigger. We'll be connecting with Movember. And the other thing we're looking at is for clubs over the month of Movember to try to remove 60 kilograms of trash from their trails during Movember in 2026. So that's a pretty exciting initiative. This is probably one of our most, shouldn't say it, but most fruitful harvests in 2025, where we pulled 29 shopping trolleys out of the Manly Dam Park. Most of those have now been picked up by the respective supermarkets that they belong to, which is pretty exciting. Then we've just got some other information around, we've got our little promo postcard. People can take that, which is just a postcard, QR code that talks about the survey that we're doing, because in 2027, which I know sounds like a long way off given, you know, not to timestamp this, we're just at the beginning of 2026, but during 2026 we're gathering the data to publish our own Australian State of Our Trails report. It helps people understand what information we're looking for and how to give it to us. Then we just got some other promo stuff here around some of our outcomes, one of them being happier trail users, pretty important part of it. In the middle here we've got my dog Jaffa, great little fox red Labrador, who we've actually got, she pulled some of this stuff out herself. I've got her retrieving trash from the bush now. Protect our trails, shred lightly, always a good message to our bikers. One of our favourite lines that I think resonates with a lot of riders, especially at this event: a clean trail is a fast trail, and that's what we like. Here's some photos of. That's you, Dan, actually. I think you were trying to flick some trash off the trail with your back wheel, and you ended up, that was in Mogo, when we went and cleaned the Long Adventure Trail in Mogo.
Can we just touch on that type of trash we found there? Because that was what we would sort of suggest is historical rubbish, right?
Well, this is a mixture. But interesting, when you look at this, there's obviously some very old rubbish in here, but new rubbish. And so what we're finding is that when you build a new trail somewhere, especially next to fire roads, quite often as you're digging, you actually dig up the trash that's been there, lying there on the side of the road for a long time. And the other thing is, you know, the broken glass thing. It doesn't happen often, but broken bottles, especially the base of a broken bottle, can amplify sunlight, and that can create bushfires in the same way that, say, a lightning strike might. So really important to clean up if you see broken glass. I know it's not easy to carry, but we like to pick that up and move that out. What we're calling our trash-free code. Okay, so when we talk about trash on the trails, there's kind of three aspects to that. There's the trash, which you literally see, that's the rubbish and the single-use pollution that's getting left on the trails and that we want to pick up and clear away and reduce. But there's two other aspects. There's the mental trash. Mountain biking is really good for your mental well-being and really helps to remove the trash in your mind and get away from that, especially as you get in that kind of flow state. Which means that you don't really think about anything else. So in fact, whilst you may be really concentrating on your ride, it's actually really frees the mind up because you can't think about other shit in your life. And then the other part is around trash in the social side of things, which is where, especially with more people coming onto the trails, mountain biking, with the kind of extra access that people are getting through e-bikes, there can be a bit of conflict between trail users. And a big area especially is around the kind of sanctioned versus unsanctioned trails. There's a whole social and community aspect to trash as well that we want to try and iron out or remove. So we've got our little trash-free code here, which really helps to explain that, where we've got T is for tread and shred lightly, R is for respect, A is for act appropriately, S is for share the trails, and H is for help out. And that's really big on the kind of the environmental and some of the social side. But then when we kind of come into the mental side of things, fun. Mountain biking should and always be fun. Got a great saying that laughter is and always will be the best form of therapy, and there's nothing like a good mountain bike ride to get you laughing, recharge, and that's recharge your mental batteries. Get out and explore, because when you explore, you challenge your mind, and that helps to sort of grow into new mindsets and so on and so forth. And then just engage with other people, get social, and share this message. So that's the kind of the trash-free code that we like to promote. And then lastly, just some stuff around protecting what you love. And this is great. This is a little activation that we've got at the Mount Narra compound, which is a mountain bike trail in the northern beaches of Sydney, where we've actually got a bin and a recycling cage, which has been really effective in taking trash off that trailhead. It's been great. And then lastly, we've got our little survey, which is why I love my trails. What we're trying to do is understand what it is that people love about their trails, whether that the trails themselves or what they see in terms of flora and fauna. So we've got a little protect our playground sort of survey, our little friend the echidna, it's our little postcard, and that's been handed out. That's about it.
The muffled mic, looking professional, mate.
Well, here we are with the legend that is Jack Moyer. Jack, you've raced all around the world, lots of places. What is it that's special to you about racing in Australia?
Probably just the crowd and the hometown fans. They're pretty loud.
And when it comes to trash on the trails, do you see much in Australia, or is it a bigger problem elsewhere in the world?
No, it's relatively good here, eh? I think everyone understands how lucky we are to have what we have here in Oz, and they tend to look after it, which is a good thing.
And why should we keep our trails trash-free?
So we can all enjoy it. And mate, how are ya? Yeah, just look after nature, and I don't know, leave no trace so that everyone behind us can enjoy it as well.
I'm here with Annie Ford,
G'day,
legend.
guys.
Annie, tell us a little bit about what you've been up to and also what Trash-Free Trails means to you.
Okay, what I've been up to first off the bat, it's nice to be home here in Medina, cheer on the locals here at Hardline, and so stoked to see Trash-Free Trails on the mountain, getting in the thick of it. It's the concepts behind Trash-Free Trails: ride gently, be responsible, take care of the places that we are so lucky to be in and to give back to. These places are absolutely phenomenal. Medina is like my heart and soul, but also up in Wales, saw you guys.
Medina, lucky Medina.
But guys, just like let's take ownership of these incredible places, and these guys are leading the way. High caliber humans, first and foremost legends, but epic values, and that's about like taking care of the places that take care of us, heart and soul. So thank you for being here, Tom, and the whole Trash-Free Trails crew. And I'm stoked to see them out on the trail, and I'll see them down at the booth later as well. So hopefully swing by, we'll have a good chat, and yeah, let's give back to the places that are so precious to us.
Let's hear about where you're off to next.
So this one is a bit more intrepid, riding across the Faroe Islands, Iceland, and then into Greenland. So where a bike has never been before, there'll be a few first descents, and then riding through Patagonia towards the end of the year, again close to the heart. All of these are around environmental campaigns, climate, returning land to either Indigenous communities or protecting as is. These are really precious places, and Patagonia is just next level. Inspires a lot of goodness.
I've lived in Argentina. It's a beautiful country.
What a spot. Wild little part of the world if you get the opportunity to visit, because my gosh, it inspires a lot of activism to, again, stand up for these places.
Cool. Well, Annie Ford, thanks so much for your time. Thanks to the weather for giving me the opportunity to talk to Annie Ford. And we'll see you soon and follow your adventures with a lot of excitement and joy.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy the bikes. Have fun with your mates.
That's it. Officially cancelled. That's sad, but rider safety is a priority. We're just going to go up and clear some trash and collect our flags, and that's the end of the event. We'll hopefully catch the podium and call it a day. One eye off, up we go.
combination of Thor and King Arthur with Excalibur in the sky. I've got my axe.
He is the chosen one. The Medina Maui, Yowie, whatever it's called.
First place, the American Phenom. He was close last year, but he dominated seeding yesterday. It's Asa Vermette. We're trying to find some times. It was a 3:15.8 from Asa. It was a 3:17.9 from Ronan and a 3:18.09 from Troy. So they were definitely moving yesterday. So well done, boys. Arms up. Let's give us another yeehaw and another photo and the biggest cheer from our crowd.
Josh Carlson, what a legend, big supporter of trash-free trails, I think. So,
true story.
What is it you like about trash-free trails?
Well, it's the messaging, right? It's an idea and a moment that's bigger than just a brand. It's bigger than everything. It's us taking responsibility for looking after our trails and keeping them clear of trash. Trash-free trails is more than just a brand or a sponsor. It's a movement. It's a responsibility, and it's up to you guys to look after our trails. It may be someone else's rubbish, but if we all pick up a little bit of rubbish along the way, we can all look after our trails, our mountains, our areas, so we can keep this coming back. We love mountain biking. We love the mountains. We can keep them clean. It's our responsibility. Trash-free trails. It's a movement.
Thank you, Josh. You're a legend. And of course, we all love to do exactly what you tell us to do.
Sick!
We're just in the Highland Lakes area of Tasmania. We're right in the middle of the island. We're just on our way back from Red Bull Hardline, Tasmania. We're driving up through the island to get to our ferry, back to the mainland and up to Sydney. We've had a great few days. We've been hanging out with some old friends. We've made a lot of new friends at Red Bull Hardline, Tasmania, where we've had a trash-free trails stand. And we've also been doing a lot of work on the trails to do a bit of cleaning up and make sure that during the event people have minimised the rubbish and the impact on the environment. It's a beautiful place, as you can tell, pretty unspoilt, and we want to make sure it's kept that way. Look, we've had a great week. We've had a great reception of the whole trash-free trails philosophy and movement, and that's been everyone from, you know, some of the commentators of the event, people like Josh Carlson, and we've had environmentalists like Annie Ford, and then we've had a bunch of the racers have been really engaged with what we've had to say, from Lou Ferguson and Gracie Hemstreet up to the guys like Aaron Gwynn, Dan Booker, the local hero. It's just been a great week, and we've just got to say a big thank you for the guys at Medina Bike Park, obviously all the volunteers, the van drivers, the marshals, the people cleaning up the bins, Lisa from Clean Vibes, the cleaning company that just put in a really sterling effort to make sure that all the bins were getting cleaned out and the recycling was being done. Just a really sterling effort by everyone to make Red Bull Hardline Tasmania a really amazing event and really minimising the impact on this beautiful place. And obviously a big thank you to Red Bull for inviting us and having us as a guest at this great event.
guys down the bottom. Yeah!